Hi, Caspar on the 6th of September 2022. White Burgundy, quite an old white Burgundy for what it is. This is 2014 Bourgogne Blanc Cuvée Joseph Pascal from the domain Jean Pascal in Pligny-Montrachet. So 14, a fantastic vintage for the white wines, particularly of Burgundy. Wines of great precision, but a little more flesh on the bones than 2004's perhaps, which I also liked enormously. Very expressive wines. I didn't bring the cork in. These Alexandra Pascal seals her bottles with a Guala seal, which is a fascinating 3-part plastic cork, which doesn't ruin your corkscrew. You can get your, it's got a soft middle bit that the corkscrew goes straight into, but it does mean that the wines are generally delivered in perfect condition. And look at the, oh, well, you can't see this, but let me describe the colour. It's vibrant gold. Of course, it's deepened in colour in the bottle, but it's a living thing. It's got real sort of lemony vibrancy to it. It looks amazing. Clean. I think a lot of the vines from which this wine is sourced are in the pretty much in the commune of Pligny, but it's got a dry nose, a dry fruit nose, a dried apple spice, dried pineapple. You know, that slightly high-toned, almost acetic quality that a very ripe pineapple has. It's almost got something of that about it. A hint of dried apricot skins perhaps. But there's nothing overly sort of fruity about the nose. It's perhaps broadened out a bit, taken on a bit of nuttiness. Almost a little bit of mint in there as well. And above all, you know, 2014 is a vintage where the freshness is clearly defined, and as it is here, through it swoops this sort of almost a scythe blade of saline, slightly salty, sherbet-like acidity adhered to that on either side and all round about. It's really rather fabulous fruit, which, like on the nose, is not particularly sweetly fruity. It's got a dry, compact quality of slightly cooked apples, and this incredibly sort of fresh, vibrant acidity through the middle of it. It's got a real dry structure in there as well, which sort of binds to the fruit and brings everything as one to the long finish. There's something deeply satisfying about it. It's got almost a hint of sort of tannin, a phenolic quality about it. I like it a lot. Label very helpfully telling me 12.7% ABV. It's how extraordinary. I mean, this is a wine that, you know, this isn't one of the grand, if you like, Bourgogne Blanc. You know, people now, wine producers in Burgundy, very much focusing on the most basic levels of wine, the Bourgogne Rouge and Blanc, and some of them produce, including Bachelet Mono, producing wines that'll last, you know, and improve really for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in bottle. You know, this is really designed to be drunk relatively early, I think, but you know, here at over 8 years of of age is something really, really interesting. I think if I'd had a case of it, I would have finished it by now. There happened to be some of this hanging about, a last bottle actually, and I thought I'd give it a go. And what a pleasant surprise, I must say. It's a really nice thing. What has that been? That's been 2014 Bourgogne Blanc. I can't remember if it's Bourgogne Blanc or Bourgogne Chardonnay on the label, but Cuvée Joseph Pascal from Domaine Jean Pascal in Poligny-Montrachet. I'm enjoying it. It's a fascinating, lovely and very good value white Burgundy. Lovely.